Namaste YouTube, welcome to Thought Provoking Tuesday on Enoma. We are going to give our reaction to Land of Confusion by Genesis.
And we are also going to be reacting to Disturbed's cover of the same song after this.
Yeah.
So we'll give you an analysis of this one mainly based on the lyrics, since Genesis is the original creator of this. And then we'll react to the official video that Disturbed has put out, which we haven't seen. Let's get started.
Cover of Land of Confusion.
So hope you join us for both of them.
Yeah, this is our first time seeing
And hope we do justice to both of them.
Did you read the news too?
all music for a change.
Genesis.
Wow, Genesis, Land of Confusion. What did you think it was about? How did you like the music, etc., etc.?
I love every bit of it. I love the music that starts. It actually sounds, in the circus when the elephant would be doing acts, this kind of music is played, the fun music. I've heard it, similar kind of music in some, fun song, children's song during my childhood. So I was, remembering that too and moving my head according to that. Music was fun. The lyrics were intense, and the voice was amazing, singing. So it had all these three layers putting together and making a great music out of it. There was also a track, change of track in the middle when he went, he was reflecting upon his past, a memory, nice memory,
Yeah.
and then again getting back to the story, what was going on. What I gather is the world that we are living in, too many people, too many problems, it's chaotic. This is a land of confusion. You don't know what is right, what is wrong, what is going on. But what you can do is, you are given two hands. You have, you are blessed with a lot of ability. Use it and make things better for yourself, for your people around, and make it a better place to live. I also like in the second part when he said that we are not one of those who break our promises. We are promising now, and I'm going to work hard, very hard. I might not come back home tonight, but I want to set things right. And this is not a fake promise. I'm making a promise that I can keep, and I want to work towards making this place right. What do you think?
You got it spot on, I think. It's very, very simple lyrics at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And simple is not simple at all. So Genesis is a class act for sure.
Yeah.
Because they made it so fun. The song was fun.
Yeah.
It was entertaining, it
Yeah.
was groovy, it was catchy, it was cool. But at the same time, like you said, the lyrics were intense, were hard-hitting, was so profound, and it's thought-provoking indeed.
Inspiring.
On Thought-Provoking Tuesday on Enoma. What I gathered was it's a lot about apathy, because we live in a world where we know that these are the things that are happening. There are certain men in control, certain women in control. They are running the show for us. They are the ones we've elected, and they make all the decisions for the rest of the country. You have 250, 500 people in a parliament of a democracy, and those people make all the decisions of your country. So that is the world we live in at most times. And unfortunately, many times, sadly, unfortunately, the ones in power do not make the right decisions. So they sometimes go to war for senseless reasons, for greed, for envy, or just hatred. I'm saying just hatred, but hatred is such a bad thing. It's so powerful, but it's so bad. And it's killing all of us slowly and steadily. So we have leaders who, because of greed, envy, hate, or all of the above, they go to war with others, and that causes destruction. It causes destruction of families where kids die, women die, soldiers die and leave behind their families and kin, all the surviving people. So it's really, really bad. These decisions, whenever you invest in weapons, this is my personal opinion, whenever you invest in weapons instead of investing in your country's education and eradicating hunger and poverty, I think you're a bad leader. I think there's something seriously wrong, because that is the wrong thing to do. When you invest $1 zillion worldwide, $1 zillion on defense and weapons, but you cannot spend just a quarter of that amount to eradicate hunger and poverty on earth, I think there's something seriously wrong with you. So we live in that world, and we're all part of the problem. That is what the singer of Genesis is Phil Collins, and Genesis is trying to say, that we are all part of the problem. That is the world we live in. That is the hand we are, the card that we are dealt with. Let's make the most of it. Like you correctly spotted out in the lyrics, beautiful lyrics by Genesis. We have two hands. Make it a world worth living in. Don't keep complaining. Don't keep nagging. There's no point me talking about the problems that exist. I'm sure the viewers know that, the listeners know that, everyone knows that. You don't need to keep harping on it or repeating it or complaining about it, nagging about it, living our lives based on worrying about it, scared, in fear. We just need to go out there and correct things.
Do it.
Yeah, it may take time, it may take eternity, you may die along the way too, you may not return home to your loved ones. But the fact is, you're doing the right thing. Because we need to make the world a much more beautiful place than what it is right now. And it is ultimately in our hands.
It is an art.
For us as professional reactors, we always aspire to make our world, our little world of reactions, a better world to be in, whether it's by getting in editing, better editing features, softwares, by increasing the quality of our reactions, varying things, trying to look at it deeply as counselors, life coaches, parents, whatever connection we can make, analyzing it, assessment, making an assessment, an educated assessment of that. So we try to make the world of reactions a better place. We don't really like putting a poor product out there.
Yeah.
We don't like giving people something bad. So if we are creating a reaction, we want to make the world of YouTube a better place in our own little way. And I guess that is what all of us need to do in every aspect of our life. Maybe we do it here and we neglect it in some other area by mistake. We need to look hard, dig deep, see where all we can make things better. Not just for us, but for the sake of our kids and their kids. And for the sake of peace, joy, harmony on the entire planet. It all starts with a few people. The power of a few people is tremendous. Had we not got our first 100 subscribers on Enoma, we would not be 10k subscribers today. It's simple as that. You can't remove the first 100. And those first 100 are responsible for getting to where we are today. Every 100 after that also is important, equally. But the first 100, if it was not there, if on a long journey, if you've not taken that first step, if you've not made the first move, the example of a chess game also can be given here. You play a game of chess, it's a game of strategy more than just a game. It requires a lot of creative thinking, it requires a lot of planning to win over your opponent, especially if your opponent is as good a player as you are. So you have to think few steps ahead. You have to make that first move though. Even if you think few steps ahead, 100 steps ahead, 10 steps ahead, does not matter. The fact is you have to make that first move. It could be a tiny move of a pawn, or it could be a majestic move of a horse. There's only two things you can move at the start of a game. Either the pawn or the horse in a chess game. But you have to make that move, else it's a stalemate. It's going to be a draw. Because if you are the color white and if you are supposed to start, you just can't continue if you don't move your pawn or horse. The same goes in life. Genesis worded it so beautifully. The pawns are our hands. We have legs. Most of us are blessed to have hands and legs. And even if those who do not have hands and legs are blessed with other senses. Yeah. So that's the beauty of life and the way God created things. That if you are strong in one thing, you may be weak in 10 other things. So anybody who makes fun of us or we make fun of someone else, we have to remember if one finger is pointing at them, 9 fingers are pointing back at us. So Genesis worded it so beautifully. We have hands, make the most of it. Make the world a beautiful place. It's like the movie Ghost. And I thought of the movie Ghost and the song of, I hope I got the name right, Roy Orbison. I hope it's Roy Orbison's song. But Ghost, the song, oh my love, Unchained Melody. Oh my love, my darling, I'm humble for it. So that scene where they both are so much in an act of love, literally, he's embracing her from behind, helping her make those clay pots. It's pottery and love. What a great combination. And Ghost. Amazing. So, and Whoopi Goldberg. How can you forget her? If Whoopi Goldberg wasn't in Ghost, it wouldn't have been such a great movie, would it? So Patrick Swayze, Demi Moore, making pots, their characters, and making love, or in the act of about to make love after that. What a beautiful shot. We all have two hands. We can make something artistic with it, make the world a better place, put our hands to good use, put our minds to good use, because more powerful than the hands and legs are definitely the mind. So put our mind to good use instead of destroying things, instead of being envious, instead of wasting our time on media or social media all day long. Let us put it to good use on social media or somewhere else. That's what my analysis is. Anything you'd like to add and we'll wind up? Please take your time. Don't hurry it up. It's a good song and I've taken up a lot of time. Please share your thoughts if you want to. Anything that comes to mind, any movie, scene, song?
The fact that, it's very important to look at both the aspects of a problem. The song does it very well. First, the song is talking about the problem itself. And what is the problem? The problem is the confusion. So much confusion. We ourselves don't know most of the times what exactly is going on in this world. Why the hell that is happening, why this is happening, what is happening, we don't know. And it is very difficult to act when you don't know what is happening. Because every step that you take might be just carrying along with that confusion, the act of what is going on around you. So I guess because of that, the second verse is very important. You take a pause, think about it, and then use your abilities, use your talent, use your purpose, the purpose why you're on this planet, to make things a better place, to make things better, to make the place a better place to live for yourself and for the rest of the people. We do have a lot of people on this planet, and everyone is unique in their own way. Everybody is different. No person is a clone made by the creation. Every single person has a different thought process. Every single person is different. Every single person has different demands, different needs, different everything in today's time. But at the same time, we have to live in a way that we make our living feel much better. Do things which don't add to the chaos, do things that don't add to the confusion, but it, kind of solves the problems and the confusion. It makes it more transparent, it makes it more clearer to understand for the future generations to come and understand. I remember the song that we did of White Lion. If I'm right.
When the children cry.
Yeah, when the children cry. I, connected with that also so well, that what are we leaving behind if we are going to leave all this just the way it is. This is not the right state to leave behind, but unfortunately this song may have been a decade or two decades ago, and that song too may have been a decade or 2 decades ago, and nothing has changed. In fact, we have added a lot more confusion in our life, and these things actually aren't working for some reason. There are those people who continue to be part of the cool waves that keep coming up, whether it comes up with internet boom, it comes up with online craze, it comes up with smartphone mania, it comes up with social networking. We are just getting more and more trapped and caught into the system and into the things that we are only given by others. We just go on following it instead of looking it from an outsider's point of view and thinking, are we really, what is this are we doing? First, at least, uncramble is the right word.
Unscramble.
Unscramble.
We need to find clarity in this confusion and find a way out.
And then work
find structure in the chaos, and we need to find a way around obstacles, maneuver around obstacles along our way. We need to put our faculties to good use at the end of the day.
Yeah.
That's about it, I guess. Right? Great song. I mean, it's indeed thought-provoking on Thought-Provoking Tuesday. Genesis, Land of Confusion. Coming up next is Disturbed's cover of Land of Confusion. The official music video is what we are about to react to, and I hope that's fine. It's allowed to react to. We'll know only after we publish it. That's the thing about reactions. So at times a lot of time gets wasted if it's not allowed. But we'll only know, unfortunately, after we've done it. So we'll see you soon, and hopefully this time that we spent with you, these last 20 minutes, have been put to good use in your humble opinion and ours. Goodbye.
Thanks for watching.